Hello and welcome back to Realm of Thrones, and I gotta say thank you very much for your support with our wonderful defeat that we had in the previous episode, because it's not easy, you know, it's not easy showing that kind of stuff, because for me personally, I don't mind it, I think it's fine, but generally I think it's actually quite important to show those kinds of things, because it actually demonstrates it happens to me. It happens to everyone. I'm not saying that I'm the best in any way whatsoever here. All I'm saying is it's a good idea to show those kinds of things because it actually improves the journey overall. Anyway, I'm going to be showing a couple of highlights here. I'm basically just going to be playing for a little bit anyway because I need to do some off-screen as it is, but I'm going to be showing some of the highlights of my rise to power. I've also installed Chaos's tweaks, as I said I would, and we are now going to be gaining one attribute point every other level. So every 2 levels, we'll gain one attribute point instead of every 4 levels. In my opinion, this is just a little bit more balanced. I think it's good, you know? I think it's really, really good to do that, and I would like to. I would have liked to have eliminated that fellow off the mount there, but oh well, never mind. Can't really do much about that. And the one thing that we can do is eliminate our friend, Mr. Dick Crab, because we actually did get him once again. I was actually able to find him in a nearby tavern as I was making my way back to Dragonstone. Now, bear in mind, of course, we do have. What is it now? 3 other was it 3 other companions that we lost? I think it is, actually. Okay, that's kind of that's a bit startling actually for me, because I thought to myself, oh, it's only the sand fellow, Kuth Sand or whatever his name is, right? And then we had Jor-El, and then we also had Hodor, and now this guy. And I'm just thinking, wow, okay, did not realize I had accrued such a large smattering of people. So yes, anyway, I will hopefully be able to achieve victory here. There we go. Wonderful. So yes, anyway, the reason why I'm showing this as well is purely for the fact that we're going to be getting a Battanian thoroughbred. Obviously, Battanian is not really, you know, in keeping with the theme of the mod, but of course, as I said to you before at the start of the series, this is in development. It's in development. Don't worry about it. Anyway, let's see what we can do here. Okay, they're actually being very lenient on me at the moment. I am being given decent weapon options here, and I'm actually wondering if my fellow is going to do a decent job. No, it doesn't matter. I was thinking to myself, you know, it matters if I am unable to kill my opponent, but I was able to kill him, so that's pretty nice. Anyway, let's see what I can do here. Nice little crush through, and nice. There we go. Finish him off. A lovely slash right through the face. There we go. Anyway, we're getting a wonderful horse here. This is really going to help us out. And look at this, Bear-Tilled. Wow, look at that. The clan has advanced to level 2. Very nice. That means that we gain even more party size. I get some influence. I've got a little bit more renown gain. These are my basic settings for Chaos's tweaks as well. It's basically just kind of like a slightly faster progression overall. So I just add a couple of things here and there that makes things just that bit faster, because obviously I'm creating a series here. You know, I don't want to be grinding off screen for, you know, a long time or anything like that. I want to try to get as much action included in the series as possible, and as much not futile action. I'm talking about action where we can see the differences, you know what I mean? That kind of thing really makes a huge difference. Okay, so let's actually have a look-see. Wait a minute. Why do I still have 45? Is that a Chaos's Tweaks bug or something like that? Because I'm thinking to myself that there's a couple of issues with Chaos's Tweaks, or maybe it just needs to update or something. I'm not entirely sure. Yeah. There we go. Okay, it's now. I was a bit worried for a second. Yeah, I was a bit worried. Anyway, we're actually going to be having some pretty huge issues recruiting people, from what I can tell, because you can see here the villages and the various towns in and around the area. Oh, by the way, yeah, that, oh, that's funny. That is really, really funny. Okay, yeah. That influence that we just gained from the tournament, the 5 influence that we have from a perk, that does apply. Yeah, that does apply to the Oh, wait a minute. Okay. Wow. Okay, I was not expecting this at all. That is amazing. Okay, that's actually really cool. I am very pleased that I actually started recording a little bit ahead of time. Anyway, yeah, I'm just going to show you very fast. This perk right here, where is it? Is it here? Yeah. No, that's not it. That's not it. Is it charm skill? Yeah. It's this charm skill, right? Yeah. So gain +5 influence by winning a tournament. Apparently that actually applies to the mercenary contract. So technically, if you get yourself a really good mercenary contract, and I'm talking, you know, 150 gold, 200 gold, something along those lines. Obviously, it doesn't really matter either way, because if you have very little money or you're broke or you're trying to, you know, just start off in the world, then any money is better than none, right? So anyway, point is, having this particular perk and winning a tournament while being a mercenary provides you with mercenary bonuses, which is actually very strange. Not entirely sure why that would be the case, but I am very happy to say that that is what's happening. Anyway, I'm going to be increasing my persuasion chance ever so slightly and increasing my party size to go along with it. And we also now have 1 attribute point to spend. Alright, so I'm probably going to be, as I say, probably going to be increasing intelligence and social quite a bit here, mostly because I want to get engineering up. Steward is not so important for me because there are many companions that can handle that for us. But engineering, I'm not sure if we've seen many people with engineering so far. Also, smithing is definitely going to be something that I'm going to be doing. Chaos's tweaks, now that it's installed, I just disable the energy, the stamina associated with that. Now, obviously, I'm only doing that because, for me, I really think that the limit on smithing is the amount of resources you should be using in the effort of crafting. So, for example, for me, I don't have anything because I was obviously defeated. Look, as you can quite clearly see, I have nothing at all, you know. But I will eventually have some resources, and then I will be able to do that. I personally just think that the stamina system is just, I don't know. I've already talked about it at length, so I'm not going to go into that once again. But I'm actually thinking I will go for another point in control here, and then we're going to be going for another point in medicine, like I told you before. And then what we'll do is we'll probably put some points in smithing. As I said to you before, if I had Chaos's tweaks, I'd put, you know, 5 points in smithing almost straight away, because then we can start smelting weapons and, well, not armor for some weird reason, but we can start smelting weapons, and then we can start leveling this up and getting some charcoal and actually getting some money to go along with that. But yeah, let's actually let's go and speak to where's Stannis? Where is he? If I could actually type properly. There we go. Okay, so where is he? Rios. Where is that? Where is that? I have no idea. I guess I'm going to have to mark it. What? Where is it? Oh, okay, wait a minute. It's all the way over here. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to become a vassal by the looks of things. We're going to become a vassal of Dragonstone, which is exactly what I was intending to do. I just purely thought that I would be I'd be earning a little bit of money before we actually went ahead and did that, because otherwise we're going to be in a bit of a spot of bother, in my opinion. But whatever the case, let's go into this tournament. There are some Dragonstone boots available for us here. I kind of want to look as Dragonstoney as possible, so we'll see what we can do with that. Anyway, let me see what I can do here. Hopefully I'll be able to win. Nice one-handed. I'm actually really pleased that we're getting one-handeds here, so I can level up my one-handed skill a bit more as well, because I do actually have a setting in Chaos's Tweaks that allows me to earn full experience from tournaments instead of just 10% of the original amount, which is what it is in the base game as far as I remember, unless they've changed that now. But yeah, I think that whole setting is really weird, because it's like, well, why would you get less combat skill from participating in a combat tournament? You know what I mean? I mean, sure, you know, I know the reasoning behind it, you know, gameplay-wise. You know, obviously the developers do not want players to head into the tournament and just spam tournaments over and over and over again and then have an extremely strong character with which they can, you know, dominate the battlefield. But that's the thing, I think that's all a matter of player choice then, isn't it? Because if the player wants to do that, then I don't see the problem with it, right? You know, because then it's actually their choice if they want to spam tournaments or not. I mean, eventually tournaments are not going to be that useful for you in regards to money. And the only thing that I can think of that would be kind of good with tournaments is gaining some influence. As I said before, if you you know, if you have the mercenary contract already, then that's going to be super nice. That's going to be very, very positive for you. But obviously, as it stands for me, yeah, I just think that they should allow you to do that. And I'm very much hoping, actually, that there's going to be a little bit more customization available in the base game itself, because obviously the game is coming out on consoles. I know a lot of people are really excited for that, and who can blame them, right? However, I feel like they should have access to some mods that the developers provide in collaboration with the modding teams. I think that would be a really cool idea. And I'm not talking about, like, you know, some extremely strange rare mod that you know, 5 people have downloaded or whatever. I'm just talking about base stuff, you know, basic stuff like Chaos' Tweaks, for example. I feel like that would make a huge difference to the playability of Bannerlord as a whole for anyone. It doesn't have to be console, it can be anyone. So I think that would be amazing. But that's just me, obviously. I'm not in control of any of that, but I think that would be very, very nice for console players, because obviously they don't have access to mods, which is super sad, in my opinion. But there you go. Anyway, yeah, so we won. All right, so Dragonstone boots we actually gained, and that's better than what I have. I was using Jamie's boots, and now we're using Dragonstone boots. And I guess Mr. Crab here, he's going to be getting Jamie's boots and slightly better horse upgrade, I suppose. And we will be getting our other companions as well. But I kind of want to find, STANNIS for the moment, because I'd like to become a mercenary. I'm actually thinking, should I buy? You know what? I have 78,000. Let's buy a workshop, shall we? Let's buy a workshop in Dragonstone and see exactly what we have available here. Oh. Kyburn? You're a steward. Yeah, you're a steward person. He's the medicine guy. I remember this fellow. Wait a minute. I remember this guy. Do I remember him? I'm not sure. I seem to remember him from A Clash of Kings, which is that warband mod from long ago. I seem to remember it. This guy, that is. I seem to remember him. He's sadistic. Wow, okay. Hello there, sir. Alright, I'm actually going to be getting him. You're only 560? You're very cheap. Alright. Okay, that's absolutely perfect. So anyway, Velvet Weavery, what do we want? Velvet Weaver, let's see, what's actually close by here? Hardwood, I mean, what's actually, what is actually profitable in this area? I don't know, you see, because we only have one hardwood village. There are a bunch of, well, metal villages over there, iron ore and silver ore. You know what? I'm just going to buy the Velvet Weaver, because this fellow is powerful, as you can see. That must mean something, right? Surely that means something? I don't know. They're all kind of powerful, so I'm actually not sure whether that makes any difference. But I'm going to buy the Velvet Weavery and see how it goes. It's 26. Whoa, okay. That's very expensive, but we're going to do it. There we go. Right, okay, and I would also like to do not a tournament. I'd like to recruit a caravan, but I will need a companion to lead that. So, yeah, we currently don't have that, unfortunately. I do need to. I don't know how I'm supposed to get Dragonstone units, because there's so many vassals around here. Not sure how I'm supposed to get them. Ah, there we go, perfect. Yes. Oh, Dragonstone Nobles. Oh, hello. Okay, Dragonstone Nobles. I'm actually going to mark this particular village. Anytime we can get noble units, that is amazing. That's very, very good. Let's just recruit these guys as well. I will need to get some more horses, so there is luckily a horse village over here as well, so that's actually super nice. And oh, wait a minute, look at this, more noble units. I was going to say nor mobile, but no. Let's just ignore that. And yeah, oh, okay, we're actually finding some pretty cool things right here. Okay, Westerlands recruits. Not sure if I really want Westerlands units, but we can't really be picky when we're trying to rebuild. So that's exactly what I'm going to do. And I'm going to buy a couple of horses here. Whoa, these are super cheap. What's actually going on with how cheap these guys are? All right, well, I will be getting all of them. I've got to watch out for the herd deficit. The herd deficit is a bit of a problem. Oh yeah, and that was also the reason why, by the way, we got caught in the previous episode. I should have gotten rid of all my horses. That would have made all the difference in me escaping. But yeah, I'm sometimes an imbecile in that regard, so yes. Anyway, as I say, we're not going to be picky. We're just going to be trying to recruit as many units as we can get our hands on. And yeah, eventually we will be going over to the Stormlands and getting a sledgehammer, because I really want one of those. I feel like getting a sledgehammer is going to be super fun, and now that we do have the ability to gain a couple more attribute points, it's going to be super fun to see exactly how the two-handed works with the sledgehammer. I cannot wait. So that's going to be fun. Anyway, I have 9 days worth of food, as you can see right there, so I'm actually going to have to do something about that. Let me see, can I... Yeah, we can just buy a couple of extras here, and then I can go over to celtigar, because obviously I'm going to be making my way over to where STANNIS is. And let me actually just see. No. Okay, we have a pretty significant amount of people now. I mean, it's not particularly amazing, but it's good enough. It's good enough. So let's make our way over there. I hope he's still over there, actually. Let me just see. Where are you, sir? Last seen at Rios. I mean, it says last seen at Rios, but I'm actually a little bit skeptical. No, he is actually there. Okay, he is actually there, so we will be making our way over there. Let's maybe let's hope that there's a tournament going on, because we might be able to do one last tournament before we become a vassal, because when we become a vassal, you have to remember, we're not going to have the mercenary contract to buffer our troops' wages, so it's going to be kind of harsh. Anyway, we're going to make this guy our surgeon. 160 medicine, really? Wow. Ugh. I still can't get over that there's a companion that actually gives you so much, and that's actually kind of what I was talking about as well in the thoughts video that I had on the release plans for Bannerlord. I was talking about how I feel like vassals, not vassals, companions. Come on, get it together now. Yes. Anyway, the companions should have slightly larger skill values, because if they can die, then I feel like they should give a little bit more of an impact while they are around, and then when they inevitably do fall, it would be really nice to, have that, be a thing. But I don't know, maybe that's just me. Anyway, I'm going to pay a bribe to get in here. STANNIS, hello there. What's actually going on with the loyalty? Whoa, okay, the loyalty is not looking particularly good. We have a Valarian here as well. Okay, that's interesting. And hello, Mr. STANNIS. I will, yes, look at this. He says, "Greetings, Elias. I'm glad that you received my message. Are you interested in my offer?" Well, yes, I am ready to accept. There we go. All right, fantastic. I am extremely pleased. Oh, look at this. We actually get a cutscene? Okay, that's new. Okay, on the 17th day of winter, 1085, Bertild has joined the Dragonstone. Yes, indeed. There we go. And as you can see, oh, look, he actually says rise. Oh, look at that. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Yeah, so that's obviously something that's very new. I've not seen one of these before. So that is cool. And there, look, there's the banner. Yeah, that's on the thumbnail. Yeah, okay. And he's actually giving me some troops, which is wonderful. I was actually hoping that he would give me more, but oh well, never mind. Yeah, I was really hoping that he would give me more there, but oh well, never mind. All right, so let's actually just have a quick look here. I need to make sure that they're all at the top. There we go. Let's move them there. There we are. All right, perfect. Oh, he's actually giving me some armor? Oh, I had no idea. Okay, I had no idea that he would do that. Look at how amazing we look. These pauldrons look terrible. Well, that's kind of sad, isn't it? Yeah, that is kind of sad. I'm gonna have to do something about that. I'm gonna give Kyburn this. There's no saddle. Ugh, yeah, I don't have a saddle. All right, I'm sorry, Kyburn. You do not have a saddle for the moment, so I will not be able to give you a horse just yet. And now he continues on and says, "Let it be known that you are one of us. We shall defend your rights as you defend ours. You better, Stannis. You better do that, because otherwise, I'm gonna need it. I'm gonna need it. Let's just say that. All right, so there we go. That is fantastic. I have no idea if we are at war against anyone at the moment, so that's going to be interesting. And we apparently own this." Which is weird. I didn't realize that we actually owned this. They must have taken this over very, very quickly. There are over 1,200 defenders here. You can see here that they actually have some pretty significant fiefs already. Not entirely sure if they started with those, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, I've actually leveled up my one-handed and my charm skill, so let's actually see what we can do here. So larger shield protection against projectiles, or your shield takes 20% less damage. Obviously, this is for two-handed, so if you're using a shield on your back, then that's pretty good. Or if you're using a crossbow, of course, or something like that. All right, so I'm going to go for arrow catcher. I think that just, I mean, that just speaks so much better for us. And meaningful favors, I will be taking that too. All right, so let me actually just take a quick look here, because what I'd like to do is I would like to marry someone, okay? I'd like to marry someone, and we would like to marry someone that is a part of an opposing faction. Now, you may think, well, why you want to do that? Well, it's because I want to weaken them. I want to weaken them. So what we want is we want to have a female vassal that is capable of fighting, because in that case, we are weakening our opponents significantly. So let me actually just have a look here. So Lord, Lady, not married. All right, not married. So let's have a look-see here. So who do you think we are actually going to be fighting against relatively soon? I would not know. That's kind of the unfortunate thing. There is actually a task here that I would like to take. So let's just go ahead and do that first, because that's going to be kind of important. You know, we need to get some much needed experience. We might not even be able to do it, to be honest. Yeah, wouldn't that be wonderful if we can't even do the ambush caravan mission? Well, we can only hope that Stannis is going to be declaring war against someone relatively soon, and then we'll be able to prove our mettle in battle with him. At least I can only hope that to be the case. Ah, forest. Oh no, forest bandits. Okay. Nightmares of these guys. Alright, so let me actually just quickly check, make sure everything's fine. Alright, let's go in and see what we can do. Alright, so I'm going to be obviously attempting to... wait a minute, who's actually good at this? Yeah, I guess Mr. Crab will be on here, but he's mounted. That's the problem, you see, because someone pointed this out before, and the reason why Hodor was dying all the time is because he was assigned to the infantry, but he was mounted. So when we told him to charge in, he was charging in by himself. So, yeah, that's on me again. Yeah, I mean, that's not really been a problem in the past, so I guess it's just, I don't know, maybe there's some situations where it just doesn't work, you know, maybe the companion needs more gear, you know, needs better protection and so on from the variety of opponents that they're going to be facing. Ah, yes. Anyway, let me see if I can get some... Oh, no, this is going to be really... Ow. Yeah, this is going to be really difficult for us, because they have a lot of... Wow, where are these guys going? They're just charging straight on in? Okay, I was not expecting that, that's for sure. That is not a good idea for them to do that. Okay, I was actually wanting to slash at that fellow, but apparently I'm not able to. Maybe we can get this guy? Nope. They're actually really defensive sometimes. Okay, maybe we can get some of these horse archers. Nice. Oh, I would have really loved to have increased my mounted, well, my throne weapons, you know, while mounted. That would have been absolutely amazing, because if we could do that, then it's going to give us so many skill points. But as it stands, I don't think I'm going to be able to do that right now. This guy is literally a defensive beast. Look at him. He's just defending against me like it's no one's, well, like he's not even trying, basically, yeah. Okay, can I eliminate that guy? Thank you very much. Okay, so there we have it. Easy enough to achieve victory. However, this is obviously a wonderful quest to get us started back on the road to, you know, actually attacking enemy vassals and not being absolutely ridiculously awful and defeating them. And yeah, look at that. Look at that. Wonderful. Look at this. Okay, so this is great. We can actually get some level ups here. So I'm going to be going for Westerland's Footman here. Riverland's Bowman, I guess. I'm not entirely sure what's best. And otherwise, we're just going to be getting some much-needed loot for Qyburn. And now look at him. Oh, yes. Now he has a harness, got a helmet. Need to give him a weapon. I don't actually have a weapon for him, though. He has pretty awful combat skills, by the way, as you can see. He basically is just a medicine bot at this point, which is absolutely fine because that's all we really want him for anyway. Anyway, there we go. Wonderful, 1500 for the caravan ambush, and I'm actually wondering if we can continue to do some tasks for people around here. Just going to ransom my prisoners real fast, and then we're just going to go in and see if I can buy a weapon for Qyburn. So he's really bad at pretty much everything. He does have good riding skill, so maybe it would be a nice idea for me to give him some kind of spear. I'm thinking that's probably a good idea, and we should probably give him a shield of some kind as well. So let's just get him a light cavalry shield or something like that. Did I get him a spear as well? Yes, there it is. Okay, so let's do that. And obviously, here's the thing. He's going to need something that he can use when he's not on a horse. But I don't really want to buy him a sword that is over 1,000. But maybe I can? I don't know. Maybe you know what? Maybe I should get him an axe. Maybe I should get him an axe, actually. Because the axe is going to be pretty good. It's going to be pretty good for destroying enemy shields and so on and so forth. So that might actually be a pretty decent idea. Anyway, Rios is now somewhere where we can leave. And yeah, now we can return back to Dragonstone. And we can actually start recruiting units from there again. And that's basically what I'm going to do. We're going to look around the various territory of Dragonstone for any tasks that we can complete, and that is what we will do. The only thing that we really need to watch out for is when there's a war declaration. When there's a war declaration, then we need to, you know, pick up the pace a bit and see what we can do from there and try to help out where we can. I'm actually looking for some really cheap weapons as well, because if I can buy some really cheap weapons, like for example, these iron pitchforks right here, if I buy a bunch of these, so for example, let's say that I buy, let's buy 30 of those. I can actually go into the smithy here. Obviously, you really don't want to do this when they're around 50 gold, like I just did. I'm just doing this as a way to show you exactly what's going on here. So technically what you could do now is I could smelt this and we could gain hardwood from it, but I obviously don't have any hardwood, which is actually hilarious. So is there any hardwood here? No, of course there isn't. Just when I wanted to demonstrate a point. Yes, there's one over here, so I generally could go over here and do that. So yeah, anyway, the other side effect of actually doing tasks in and around Dragonstone is also going to be getting us relation and giving us additional access to various troops. And of course, we are going to be then able to recruit people super fast in almost any aspect. Look at that. A massive amount of Dragonstone units right there. Super nice. All right, so let's go for some hardwood. Don't really want too many, but that's absolutely fine because we're actually now right next to Dragonstone itself. So how much is my workshop making? Okay, so my workshop is actually making 162 every single day, which I don't think is terrible, but it's literally, it's something I spent 26,000 on. I did spend 26,000 on it, so it is kind of harsh. Anyway, let me just increase my, let me just do that. Do I? Yeah. Okay, so I only have 8 in smithing. Really? Only 8? Okay. What, really? Okay, that is... you know, I gotta say, I'm actually really surprised that the amount of experience that I gained from this is super low. But it's probably because I just don't have any focus points in it. So I'm gonna have to do something about that in the future too. But, well, not for now, because we just need to find some more tasks. Let's actually go and see if we can recruit some more noble units. Oh, no one recruits the nobles? What's going on here? We're getting super lucky. Really, really lucky. Look at that. We're getting even more people. That is wonderful. Okay, yeah, so apart from that, then we can just basically get rid of the other kinds of units that we have here. I'm just going to be getting rid of the lower tier units. We can probably get rid of these. There we go. Okay, fantastic. Yeah, so we are now looking pretty decent. We're actually looking pretty good. I mean, obviously we have, you know, recruits pretty much, you know, all over the place here. And of course, recruits are not going to be absolutely amazing, but you know, it's going to be enough. It's going to be enough to do what we need to do. Oh, there is a task here. So let me see what I can do here. Oh, are you serious? The one thing that you give me is Family Feud, sir. Okay, well, whatever the case, where do I need to go to do this? I need to check it. Oh, this is not the right one. There we go. All right, so let's actually have a look. Crab Bay. Crab Bay. There we go. That's where we need to go, right? Oh yeah, but I actually need to speak to this fellow in the actual village. Now, here's a really cool thing that you can actually do. This is only if you have the super speed mod, by the way. So where do I actually need to go? I need to go and speak to John, right? Yes, John. So super speed mod. Boom. Look at how, look, that is absolutely hilarious. That is actually faster than if you're on a horse, in my opinion. But yeah, well, whatever the case, there we go. And wonderful. Okay, so he's now joined us. And now we can make our way over to Crab Bay, and we can hopefully resolve this issue. There is another tournament going on here, actually, so I think I might want to do that. Oh, your party is above your companion limit? Oh no, okay. Oh, this is bad. Okay, wait a minute. We can actually recall them to our party. It's because John has just joined. Are you serious right now, John? Are you seriously telling one of my people to go away? Oh my. Okay, well that's a little bit of a problem, isn't it? Dragonstone boots for the victor. Well, might be kind of nice to get that for some of our companions. So let's see what we can do with this. I'm not sure if I'm actually going to be able to do anything, to be honest, but this is going to be a decent idea for us to get some experience anyway. And let's try and speedrun it, shall we? Let's try and speedrun it as fast as we possibly can. So the fastest, easiest way of eliminating enemies, that is what we want to do. Okay, wait a minute. Hello there, sir. I'm trying to eliminate their horse, actually, because then he can't run around and be evasive as much as he wants. Wow, okay, that was a huge cluster of enemies right there. I thought to myself, okay, yeah, they are just not doing anything, you know, they seem to be completely passive in that area. But it's just, it's the old adage, you know, it's the old adage of, there are 4 people with spears on horses in this corner, and they can't do any damage to any of them. Yeah, they're literally just in a poking match, and not the fun kind, no. Not the fun kind, and they were definitely making things much, much more difficult than they had to be. If they had just started to charge around against each other and everything, that would have made so much difference. Because then they would have, you know, come across other enemies, and maybe they would have even got some speed bonus. You know, that would have been kind of nice too. Anyway, let's just try and get this Dragonstone Archer eliminated. I'm going to go for the thrust initially. Unfortunately, he blocked it, but oh well. Never mind. Can I go for a nice little shield bash? Don't think the shield bash is really that effective unless you take the increased stun duration, but it's alright. I mean, it very much depends on the AI, of course. Sometimes the AI will open itself up after the stun because it thinks that you're open as well. But other times, it's just going to continue, you know, the wonderful defense like this one did, but don't know whether I was fast enough to actually swing after the stun came out, so that might have been the reason too. But we're getting some pretty decent one-handed weapon proficiency here, and there you go, a nice victory for us, not too bad. And now we are able to hopefully continue on with the Family Feud quest, and I'll be able to maybe pick up a couple of other companions. Well, not companions. I was just thinking about the companion limit, you see. That's the What? He left? Are you serious that he... Wait a minute, did I kill him? Did I kill him in the tournament or something like that? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, apparently Mr. John of Spicetown does not like me at all any further. And he's a very powerful person. He does still allow me to recruit from him, which is actually kind of strange. I would have expected him to just completely say to me that he doesn't care about anything I'm talking about any further. But anyway, I'm actually going to be getting these people to come and join us. I actually don't... I'm going to tell Jorel that maybe she should go away because we don't really need another medicine companion right now. But I would like Hodor to come back. And yeah, there we go. Yeah, so I will try and see if there are other companions that are a little bit more valuable to us, at least at the moment. For example, there's another medicine companion here, but she does not have as high a skill as Qyburn, so I don't see the reason to really, you know, take them or anything. But otherwise, we do have another... Look at that, we have another perk point. So let's have a look-see here. No. We're just going to be taking powerful, increase your damage by 4% with all melee weapons. Sounds pretty decent to me. And yeah, so let's continue on. Go through Dragonstone territory once over and see exactly if there are any tasks available. Because I have a full party now. My forces are ready to fight. Hopefully there's going to be a war declared relatively soon. I mean, that's one of the things that we've got to be a bit careful of, because sometimes the AI can be very passive, and sometimes they can just decide not to do anything in that regard. You know, they can basically just be like, oh yeah, you know what, I'm fine in peacetime. I'm making a massive amount of cash because I've got, you know, rents coming in from, you know, Dragonstone itself and the various villages and so on, and that really makes a huge difference to them. So yeah, anyway, Jorel has actually rejoined us. Can I actually say to her that she should leave? Because I don't really... That's the thing. Yeah, I no longer have need of your services. I'm just going to say... your skills are not what I need. There we go. There we are. Alright, yeah. So that's fine. I regret it because I think that she's actually a good companion. Don't get me wrong. I think she's an absolutely fantastic companion. But the problem with it is that I really just want an additional space. I might even get rid of, you know, Kuth Sand at some point as well. Oh, it seems I have too many people. Why do I have too many people? Okay, let me get rid of a couple of Riverlands people. Oh yeah, there is actually someone, maybe someone can become our quartermaster. No, Qyburn, no. Yeah, we're going to have to get someone else to do the steward thing, because I don't think we have anyone that can actually do that. Although Hodor, no, he doesn't have anything. He's just really good at combat. And we're actually going to be removing his horse. So don't worry about that. He's going to become our you know, infantry leader. I think that sounds like a good idea. And we can also get him some upgrades as well. There we go. Yeah, so we're just going to remove this from him, and I'm just going to lock that particular slot so that he can't really do anything with it. And yeah, otherwise, there we have it. Okay, so I think that's probably going to be it for this episode. Bit of a, shall we say, a bit of a gathering strength kind of episode. Hopefully you found it enjoyable. And otherwise, I'm hopefully going to be seeing some kind of war declaration relatively soon. And if we don't, well, then I'm not entirely sure what to do, to be honest. But yeah, hopefully there's going to be some war coming our way. I thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.